place to shoot video. I don't actually remember the last time I was down here when the tide was actually right in. Literally, like there's no beach, like a little bit over here. But if we go around that way, it's right to the coastal edge, right to the rocks. And I come down here to reflect. Not as much as I should, I must say, but I'm going to make sure that that's happening because I want to be able to function in the present a lot more. And so I was thinking today about when did life become such a rush? I mean, not a rush of excitement and high octane shit. I mean, why are we running around all the time, constantly worried about the future, constantly reflecting nostalgically on the past? When are we just going to stop when we feel lost, when we feel overwhelmed, when we feel pressured, and just take stock of where we actually are? And if we actually have lost sight of who we are, lost sight of where we came from, I kind of feel like I've done that in the past, and I see other people doing it every day. And so I came down here to reflect on that question. When did life become such a rush? Because in the end, we can't live in the past, it's over. Can't influence it at all. Can't live in the future. Can't do anything at all. We can't predict it. No matter how hard we try based on past experiences, see what we're doing, we try to pick a future on a past experience, and all we've ever got is right now. No wonder people get anxious, worried, overwhelmed, stressed. But people still try to do it. And there's always triggers. And here's the thing about triggers. Triggers are wonderful things. No, that's a different song. Like that. Just popped my mind randomly. Winnie the Pooh. What a wise philosopher that bear is. I digress. So, when did life become such a rush? When did we decide that past experiences, past stories, past influences get to cloud our current vision, those conscious filters based on the beliefs and fears and stories and scripts that we all have, which is what allows us to see the same thing in front of us but have a completely different perception of it. I remember having a conversation with a good friend of mine, Cliff. I was talking about being open to all possibilities and perceptions. And you're saying, someone's talking about, you know, there's always different possibilities. There's never everything is how it seems. And someone said, well, yeah, but there's always a sunrise and a sunset. And of course there is, if you're on this planet, or if you're in space. There's no sunrise or sunset. So there's always a different perception. There's always a different way of looking at things, as long as you're open up to all possibilities. But if you start closing yourself to one possibility, that something else might be true, or there might be a better way, then you close yourself off to all possibilities. And then you become tunnel visioned, if you like, where we get stuck, unable to move because of our beliefs. And this is where I am at the moment, because I'm working a lot on being present, living in the moment, because that is all we ever have. We can only ever live on where we are right this second. And then the moment we don't, we're lost, because we're not present. We're not operating where we are, because this is where our power is, where we're not influenced by external things, but we constantly live in the future, wishing for things. What if this? What if that? All born out of fear. But what if we just appreciate the time we have now? What if we are grateful for exactly this moment, that we are actually alive? I think that just gets so lost on people. It's been lost on me many, many times for a long time. But if we get to be open to possibilities that we can have, do, be anything, be, do, have it all. And when I say have it all, I don't mean everything on the planet, everything that's important to you, that serves you, that's essential to you. So have a think about that. When did life become such a rush? And if it is for you, when did it stop serving you? When did it start stressing you out? When did it start making you fearful of your life, your future, what it might bring, what it might not bring? We're constantly living into a future which our brain does not like. It can't predict the future. So it becomes threatened, it feels threat. So you feel stressed, you feel overwhelmed. What if you didn't do that? What if you refused to look forwards? What if you challenged the stories which will influence those thoughts? And then be open to the opportunities and the possibilities that there could be something completely different, just right there, waiting for you, that actually felt good. Have a think. Let me know. Till tomorrow. Take care, guys. Have a great day.